Hey guys, Frankie here, and I'm very excited to bring you this new series where I interview notorious solo PvP players. Today, I had the pleasure to chat with Nomasti, also known as the African Warlord. You've probably already seen his clips on Reddit or YouTube where he eradicates entire gang groups. The guy is an absolute beast. If you don't know him yet, well, this is the kind of thing he does.
Ay, 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 ay.
In this video, we're going to be roaming in the black zones and discussing the solo PvP meta in the game, Nomasti's build that he uses to clap gank groups, and tips and tricks to be aware of when playing solo in the black zones. Fair warning, since we're doing the interview live from the black zones, there might be some interrupting here and there. So without further ado, I'll let you guys enjoy the video. Alright guys, so I'm with the one and only Nomasti, also known as
we got three targets.
Warlord. Oh man, action already. Let's go, baby. Let's go. I love it. Man, I should probably take my. Okay, I took the wrong run. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be so slow.
Oh, he might get away.
Yeah.
I don't have any more sprints left.
I don't have any as well, but I think I have my frost shot.
Yeah, use it. Oh, Andy.
I mean, it's still not up. My God, this is already beating all expectations I had. Even before I could introduce the show, man. So before we get into it, give me a little bit of background. Tell me a little bit about yourself and your story in Albion.
Well, I've always... Well, when I first started playing Albion Online, I was getting off RuneScape, and for some reason at the time, I can't remember why, I really had a strong urge to play a spear character. And that's how I got into playing spears in Albion Online. I just sort of stuck with spears ever since then. I tried other stuff like swords, fire, and crossbow occasionally, but spears, in my opinion, have always been like the weapon I preferred the most.
Okay.
I think they're actually probably one of the best melee weapons of the game. I think the only ones that actually stand a chance in terms of like spears, in terms of like small scale combat, is maybe swords for damage. But I think spears just have more utility and more use overall. And largely, I think because of the range that they have.
And
like,
it's also one of the most like it fits any game style. Like you can do small scale PvP, you can do Hellgates with it, you can do GVGs, maybe ZVZs. I don't know. You can actually do ZVZs with the Heron Spear build. It's a bit of a suicide build. Yeah.
But it's possible.
Okay. What would you? I mean, what do you run on ZVZs?
Well, I usually run suicide for ZVZs because I'm either shot calling or being a. I'm sorry for that burp. Being a backup shot caller.
All good. Yep.
And Heron's not good for shot calling because if you're playing Heron Spear in a ZVZ, you're gonna be going with the idea that okay, I'm probably gonna die, but I'm gonna take some people down with me.
Yeah.
And that's not an idea that a shot caller should have. A shot caller should be. The primary reason being that, well, I kind of like the challenge of it. You know, because you're alone, you don't have to worry about people supporting you or whatnot. You feel so good when you get the win. Yeah,
this is exactly the reason why I do solo PvP as well. I love it to play undernumbered and to be able to, even if I'm not winning all the time, I love it.
Exactly. It's not the most profitable thing you can do. The most profitable thing you can do is probably like getting into like a group of friends and ganking passerbys on the road.
Yeah.
And I've tried that a couple of times, but it never felt
doesn't
fun
feel
to
the
me
same, right?
because yeah, it's basically the same thing over and over again,
Yeah,
and also it's just too easy in my opinion, right?
I understand.
Like you get one person, you have a bunch five of your buddies, you're gonna kill them. There's not much, and you always bring like thought T4 gear or something like that, and so there's no like risk to it,
Yep, yep.
and so to me it's not very fun.
I mean, Albion is all about the risk, right? It's probably the only game that gives this. I mean, I've been playing the game since release, and I still have this. My heart is still pumping when I'm in the action. You know, never bored. Ahead, what, in your opinion, are the most important tools to have in the black zones? In terms of, you know, in your gear, in terms of like, what do you think are
The most important thing is knowing what the enemy's gear can do and what the timers are on it. A lot of this game is similar to in like I say a MOBA, where the skill is not only knowing what your abilities can do, but what the enemy can do, and trying to take advantage of what they're trying to do before they do it, or learning like the gaps between their skills and abilities and taking advantage of that. That's one of the reasons I prefer to use like my current gear set, say the Hunter Hood, is that say I'm about to fight a couple of like claw gankers, right?
Yeah.
I know that the claw gankers are going to try and want to get an E to lock me in or try to combo their E's, and so if I have the Hunter Hood and I pop it at the same time to do the claw, well then they're reflecting all the damage back at them.
That's okay. I see. All right. So, looking at your build. Because I mean, you created a lot of buzz with those 1v5s and 1v6 videos on YouTube and whatnot. What makes it that strong?
Mostly because my build is stronger the more enemies that I actually are facing, weirdly enough. The way it works is that I get stacks from soldier armor based upon damage I receive, and if my HP drops below 70%, I also get another 60%.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 50%. I keep getting the numbers wrong. A 50% increase in damage. And so it's actually a build that's more effective if I'm being jumped by multiple people, and they're all kind of like grouped up together.
Alright, I see.
I remember when I was fighting Stabber, right? He had the Death Givers build.
Yeah.
And he soloed me by basically just sort of taking my HP down using stealth because he's staying out of range.
Oh, let's go.
He was more. Oh.
Let's go, baby.
That guy's a one-shot build, by the way, so be careful about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. Okay, I'm kind of running away. Finish them.
Ah, damn it.
Oh.
They had backup.
Yep. I'm dead. I'm so dead.
No. You can keep running. Keep running.
I'm dead. Yeah.
Oh, you are dead.
Well, that was yeah. In this series they always have numbers, which is fine. What build challenges you the most? What's the build that you have the most struggle against? Oh no, let's say on a 1v1 basis.
On a 1v1 basis?
Yeah.
It would have to be a I'm trying to think here. Warbows. A very competent warbow.
Okay. Yeah, I mean with the kiting and all.
A very, very competent warbow, or the Death Givers build. Like Death Givers with an assassin jacket. Those are the two builds I struggle the most with.
Yeah. I have to say I have the same problem, especially with Death Givers. With all the invis and their cooldowns, it's like such a nightmare to deal.
Nomasti, I need your help.
Oh god, what is it?
Do you know who the GM of the Rising Phoenix is?
No idea. I don't even know who the guild is.
Okay, their logo is a Rising Phoenix. Does that help?
No.
Fuck. I watched your videos on the subreddit where you do the heron sphere and you clap them.
Thank you.
Is there a new one or?
No, I haven't uploaded a new one I'm really bad with uploading, to be honest. I'm working on a new compilation clip, but it probably won't be done until like next weekend.
Alright, cool.
I watch them in bed at night
Thank you.
on my phone. So I can't really see what's happening, but I see you're winning.
Thank you.
Okay, if you had a top 5 or top 3 tricks and tips to give to new players out there that want to solo PvP in the Black Zones, what would they be?
One, don't get too upset about dying. This is Albion Online. You're gonna die. That's just the way of things, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it won't be fair either. It's just stuff that just happens. And two, if you do die, always try to review on the things you could have done better. There's always something you could have done better, no matter what happened.
Yeah.
So try to always think about, okay, if I didn't do this, or I didn't do that, but maybe I did this, I could have survived, could have lived.
Which is why it's a good idea to record yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because
recording yourself can help as well.
Yeah. Because I noticed ever since I record my runs and then I watch them back, I understand what I've done wrong, and I basically get better over time.
Another thing I use is that some people get like really like obsessed with like the meta or stuff like that to use. I'm of the opinion that the meta is maybe it's whatever, to be honest. Play what you think is fun, and just try to be the best at that.
Yeah.
And if you can be the best at that, then other things will come naturally to you.
I totally agree.
Because the meta changes all of the time. I remember when I was getting into spears, especially the Heron spear, everybody told me it was terrible. And I just said I enjoyed playing with it. And now when people realize that, oh, it actually has a lot of potential, now people use it more often.
Yeah.
And so the meta always changes. You never know what's good tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So just play what you think is fun. And let's see here. I think that's it, to be honest. Oh, wait. I do have one last final tip. Be aware of the reputation you get while playing this game as well. Like, if you get a reputation as a shitty person, or like a really or a person that to screw over people you group with, it can follow you, because this is all a persistent server and a persistent game.
Yeah, it's a small world, let's say.
Yeah, and I've known people who've got into the game, and they just acted like dicks to certain people, and it really hurt their chances of like.
Contact. Oh, no.
Yeah, but yeah, the bubble. Can you hear the little shit?
And when it comes to mindsets, when going, because I see a lot of people, a lot of friends of mine are, especially coming from other MMOs, they're just afraid to go in the Black Zones. They're not used to the feeling of getting, their gear sold and looted, basically. And
don't be attached.
That blocks them.
That's a problem that a lot of players have when they're playing this game. They get really attached to their stuff and their items. They don't want to lose them.
Yeah.
And I'm personally of the idea that all of these items are tools, okay?
Exactly. Yeah.
They're going to be lost eventually. Like, don't be attached to them as something they're going to keep forever.
And they're replaceable.
Yeah. And also, another thing that people need to understand is that bringing higher tier gear increases your chances of victory. It's a problem that, for example, noticed in, say, ZVZs. What a lot of newbie players tend to do is that they think, oh, if I'm going to die, I shouldn't bring things that are like really, really good and expensive, so I should bring cheaper gear. But the thing here that you bring cheaper gear, one, you're weaker in damage, and two, you're weaker in defense. So that actually makes you more likely to die.
And actually, I totally agree with that. Like, and that's actually a fair question that that probably should be asked. And whenever I get out some loot that is some gear that is more expensive, I feel that that is not sustainable. So yeah, I'm very interested in your take on this.
Okay, so my take on this is that there's been when I use like really cheaper gear, like for flat people or 5 or whatnot, there were situations where I could have gotten like really, really good kills, but they just managed to kill me because I just didn't have the item power to outlast it.
Yeah.
And so I've noticed that with my T6 gear, right, it costs me maybe 300 to 400k, depending on the market, for my gear set. And my mentality is that if I can get that, and I can get like 5 or 6 kills thanks to that, or if I get like a really, really, really good bank thanks to that, it's worth it.
Okay, I'm going for him.
You did.
I got him. I don't have him. Yeah, I think you should be able to finish it. Finish him.
He's in here.
Oh!
Great.
The nice finish. Alright. I mean, yeah. It's not much, but... You know.
Easy peasy.
Let's get the loot. So, that's about it, guys. I think this was very interesting. It personally changed my mindset when it comes to gear tier to bring in the black zones. I usually don't go out with more than 4.1 to be economically viable, because with my spec on the bow, the damage is still okay. But then I look back and I can't help but think of all the times I couldn't finish a 1v2 kill, like in this clip here. What if I had 6.1 instead of 4.1? It probably would have been enough to finish both of them. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I sure as hell did. And if you did, hit the like and subscribe button. More quality content is coming your way. Until then, see ya!